Good morning, students. Here is class of carbohydrate metabolism. Metabolism of carbohydrate. As we know, metabolism divided into two groups: catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism, breakdown of complex molecule into smaller molecules and release of energy. Anabolism, synthesis of all compounds needed by cells by utilizing simpler molecules. Now major pathway of glucose utilization. Here is major pathway of glucose utilization. From glucose, fat synthesize, other carbohydrate, fructose, galactose synthesize, glycogen synthesis occurs, glycolysis pathway proceeds, HMP shunts pathway occurs, uronic acid pathway, non-essential amino acid synthesize, means protein synthesize. Based on this, various pathway of carbohydrate metabolism enumerated, that is glycolysis, citric acid cycle, gluconeogenesis, HMP shunt, glycogen synthesis and glycogenolysis, uronic acid pathway, galactose metabolism, fructose metabolism, sorbitol pathway. Now about glycolysis. To glycolysis occur, glucose must enter into cells. Glucose as such could not enter into cells. It requires some transporters that calls facilitative glucose transporters that occurs in different tissues. That is, GLUT1 occurs in RBC, involved in basal glucose transport, GLUT2 liver and beta cells of pancreas, insulin dependent glucose transport, GLUT2 involved in insulin independent glucose transport. What is the importance of GLUT2? It involved in insulin independent glucose transport. GLUT3 brain glucose transporting neuron, GLUT4 skeletal muscle and adipose tissue, insulin dependent glucose transport, GLUT4 insulin dependent glucose transport, GLUT5 small intestine transport only fructose, not glucose, GLUT6 pseudodine that is not expressed in protein, GLUT7 found in liver, diffusion of glucose from endoplasmic reticulum. Now glycolysis. Glycolysis is major pathway for utilization of glucose occurring in cytosol of all cells of body. It converts glucose either to pyruvate in aerobic condition and to lactate in anaerobic condition. Along with providing energy, it also provides intermediates to other pathway This pathway also known as Embedden-Meyerhof pathway. This occurs in 10 sequential steps catalyzed by various enzymes. And there are also concomitant generation of ATP. So there are two types of glycolysis, aerobic and anaerobic. Glycolytic pathway can be divided into two phases, preparatory phase and payoff phase. What is preparatory phase? This phase is also called glucose activation phase. Preparatory phase also called glucose activation phase. In this phase, two molecules of ATP gets invested and hexose chain cleaved into 2-triose phosphate. During this phosphorylation of glucose and its conversion to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, during this phosphorylation of glucose and its conversion to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate takes place. Step 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 of glycolysis together called preparatory phase. Payoff phase. This phase also called energy extraction phase. Payoff phase. This phase also called energy extraction phase. During this phase, conversion of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to pyruvate and coupled formation of ATP take place. The step after 5 constitute payoff phase. Now reactions of glycolysis. Reaction 1. Glucose is irreversibly converted to glucose 6-phosphate by enzyme glucokinase/hexokinase. This is first rate lifting reaction, committed step of glycolysis. Hexokinase and glucokinase are isomers with different Km value. Some difference between them: hexokinase low Km value, high affinity, works even in low concentration of sugar. Glucokinase high Km value, low affinity, works only in high concentration of sugar in well-fed condition, and glucokinase present only in liver and hexokinase in all tissues. Glucokinase under the influence of insulin, but hexokinase is not. Reaction 2. After formation of glucose 6-phosphate, after action of enzyme isomerase called 5-hexose isomerase, it converted into fructose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate converted to fructose 6-phosphate. In reaction 3, in reaction first, ATP utilized, and reaction third, also 1 ATP utilized, and fructose 6-phosphate gets converted to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Now reaction 4. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, a 6-carbon compound, undergo aldol cleavage at C3C4 bond into 2 triose compound, namely dihydroxystone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate by action of enzyme aldolase. This is a reversible reaction. Now reaction 5. Dihydroxystone phosphate is converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate by action of enzyme phosphotriose isomerase. Thus now 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. In reaction 6, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate undergoes phosphorylation and oxidative dehydrogenation to form 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate in presence of enzyme glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase, which requires NAD as a coenzyme. This step utilizes inorganic phosphate to convert glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate to 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, and NAD plus gets converted to NADH plus H plus. NADH plus H plus so form enters into electron transport chain and 2.5 molecules ATP synthesized. ATP is so synthesized, known as oxidative phosphorylation. ATP synthesized through oxidative phosphorylation, involvement of electron transport chain. Now reaction 7. 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate converted to 3-phosphoglycerate by enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase. Here 1 ATP produced by phosphorylation of ADP. ATP so produced is without involvement of electron transport chain, called produced at substrate level phosphorylation. Three phosphoglycerate so form converted to 2-phosphoglycerate by phosphoglycerate mutage. 2-phosphoglycerate by enzyme enolase gets converted to phosphoenol pyruvate. Phosphoenol pyruvate now get converted to pyruvate. From conversion of phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate, another ATP synthesized. This is also example of substrate level phosphorylation without involvement of electron transport chain. Pyruvate so form if under anaerobic condition converted to lactate utilizing NADH. If oxygen available, then what happens? Pyruvate converted to acetyl-CoA by enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase multi-enzyme complex. This enzyme complex requires 5 coenzyme, that is thiamine, NAD, FAD, coenzyme A, lipoic acid. This is an irreversible reaction. Acetyl-CoA synthesized enters into citric acid cycle. Here we see in glycolysis, during activation of glucose 2-ATP utilized. During reaction 1, formation of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate 1 and another fructose 6-phosphate to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. So 2-ATP utilized and synthesis, and from each triage 1 NADH and 2 ATP synthesized. So 2 triage 2 NADH and 4 ATP synthesized. So in aerobic condition, in glycolysis, net ATP form is 7, and in aerobic condition net ATP form is 2, because NADH form utilized during conversion of pyruvate to lactate in anaerobic condition. Each NADH provides 2.5 ATP, so each triage provides 1 NADH, so 2 triage 2 NADH 5 ATP. Each triage 2 substitutable phosphorylation, so 2 triage 4 9, 2 utilized for activation 7 minus 9 means 7 ATP during aerobic conditions. So this is all about glycolysis and energetics of glycolysis. 7 ATP during aerobic condition and 2 ATP during anaerobic condition. Now regulation of glycolytic pathway. Only irreversible enzymatic pathway of glycolysis are regulated. What are irreversible enzymatic pathway in glycolysis? Reaction catalyzed by hexokinase, phosphofructokinase, pyruvate kinase. These reactions are irreversible reactions and regulatory reactions. Of these, most important is phosphofructokinase, also called committed step of glycolysis. Committed step of glycolysis. When this reaction occurs, more chance of glycolysis to happen. Thank you.